All right. Hello, citizens of the Nigerverse. It's Niger here once again. Now, before we get into what we're going to talk about today, do keep in mind, for now, this is speculation. It hasn't been officially confirmed, and it hasn't been confirmed by WWE themselves. For now, this is purely speculation. So, we're going to treat it as such. For all intents and purposes, even despite what the journalists and everything may say, we're going to treat it as if this isn't it just yet, or this isn't the plan just yet. And so this is purely speculation for now until it officially gets confirmed, which, judging by the subject matter, isn't going to be for a while. Well, because WrestleMania is still several months away. We are going to treat it as speculation. Okay, now that that's out of the way, hey, let's talk about this. So, apparently, the plan for WrestleMania may be Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, Part 3, Electric Booga 3. So Roman versus Cody apparently is the potential plan for WrestleMania 42 coming up soon for, of course, the WWE Championship. Now, of course, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes have faced off twice before as the third in there, or the three, I should say, might suggest. They faced off at WrestleMania 39. Cody Rhodes came up short. Or WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes finally beat Roman Reigns to become WWE Champion. So this would effectively be the rubber match between the two. And he speculation slash potential revelation of this. Well, for starters, it's something it seems that WWE is playing the seeds towards, or at least hinting at, especially with the follow of Survivor Series, and even before then, with Roman kind of eagle-eyeing Cody Rhodes' WWE Championship, saying it would look better on him, frame almost giving Cody the Randy Orton treatment, except being a lot more direct about it. It's and then at Survivor Series itself, of Cody and Roman saying they're not going to team again anymore. So it would seem that Cody and Roman are going to be back to being on opposite sides, opposing each other for WrestleMania. The other thing is that this news, it has left a lot of people split. There are those who are excited for the possibility of a Cody Roman 3, but there are a lot who don't want it. There are a lot of people who are over it, a lot of people who do not want a trilogy between the two. But what are my thoughts? That's what you came here for, right? Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so my honest thought is I can see, and I feel like I say this a lot, I can see both sides of the spectrum. Me personally, if Cody and Roman faced off one more time, I would not be against it. Both previous matches, the one at WrestleMania 39 and at WrestleMania 40, were both fantastic matches, kind of for two very different reasons. It's in a lot of ways. He's for WrestleMania 39. It was all about the fantastic back and forth up until Cody gets screwed out of the championship, and then WrestleMania 40. It was not just about the redemption, but all the moving parts, hurts the interference and everything, which really made it quite the spectacle. Well, the Avengers Endgame moment, if you will, of the big bad being vanquished and the hero standing tall. Oh, both of those fantastic matches is if you haven't seen them, I highly recommend them. But as for having a third match, wouldn't be the first time in WrestleMania history we've had a trilogy of matches. There is, of course, the famous Austin Rock trilogy, which I imagine if WWE is indeed going this route, that's probably the success that they're aiming to replicate and ride off the back of, because the Austin Rock trilogy, probably one of the best WrestleMania trilogies ever, and certainly one of the most important in a lot of ways, but also one of the absolute most recognizable WrestleMania trilogies. So having one more match between Cody and Roman, and especially when it's been proven that they can have a great match against each other. Or theoretically, it would be a good idea on paper. But I can also see why people would be against it. Because Cody and Roman have had so much interaction between each other, and they're happening so close together. At least with Rock and Austin, we got a year in between. And so Austin and Rock, which I reviewed earlier this year, Austin and Rock fought at WrestleMania 15, then at WrestleMania 17, then at WrestleMania 19. But with Cody and Roman, and the first two matches were back to back, 39 and 40. And then of course they teamed together at Bad Blood later on the year last year, I should say, and how they've interacted even more, or they team together at War Games now. It would seem that at perhaps a little overabundance in a way, if that's a word I want to use, overabundance of and they do say too much of a good thing isn't such a good thing. So, should they wait? Hey, should they do it at WrestleMania? Honestly, if they just left it at the match at 39 and 40, like if they just let those be, if they decide, you know what, we're not going to do the trilogy, I would not be upset at that. If Cody and Roman did face off one more time, I'm sure it definitely would be good. Now, Cody and Cena was penciled to be was hyped up in a big way, and at least at WrestleMania that kind of fell flat. But here's to hoping that Cody and Roman one more time at WrestleMania doesn't do the same thing if that's the plan. And now this could be up in the air. Things are a little bit kind of up in the air, especially with Roman's kind of new, in a way, part-time schedule. And Cody even adopting a little bit of that now that he's getting in some movies as well. Also, that may throw a wrench in the works. But if the plan is for Cody and Roman to face one more time at WrestleMania, I would not be mad at that. Do I think it would live up to their other two matches? I don't think so, especially because those had so much hype behind them, and but there is an interesting dynamic I think they could play with when it comes to this match. Now that Cody is the hunted and Roman is the one challenging for the title, they could finally give us that Cody heel turn they've been hinting and it could be very interesting if done right. Do I trust WWE to do it right? I'm not sure yet. Unfortunately, he well, I'm kind of showing my hand here. I'm planning on making a video about it later on this month, um, but I think a lot of it does right themselves, because a lot of the match, I should say, does right itself in a way because of the other two matches. But we'll have to wait and see how things play out. If this indeed is the plan, there's a good chance it may not be. There's a good chance they could change their minds. But for now, if Cody and Roman is the plan, I don't think I'd be too upset at especially if they find an interesting way to build it. Now, if they rehash too much of it off the back of their other two matches, I think there's where we're gonna have a problem. But here's to hoping that that's not the case and that it has a decent build. Here's to hoping. But in the meantime, that's going to do it, I think, for this video. Like I said, it's still all speculation. Obviously, the way to find out definitively is when we draw closer to WrestleMania 42, but that's still a ways away, so we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, that is going to do it for this discussion video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on those post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comment section below, do you want to see Roman versus Cody Part 3 at WrestleMania 42? Let me know. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.